Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to this meeting. Those of you who don't know, I'm Janet Barrows, the new Executive Director of Healthy Community Brookfield, or as we like to call it, HCB. I've asked the Board of Directors here today to talk about what HCB is doing today, the struggles of what HCB faces, the strengths of HCB, what vision I have for HCB, and ultimately how to make sure HCB will survive for the years to come. Being new to the company myself, I always feel like it is best to know where the company has been before we can know where it is going. HCB is a not-for-profit charitable organization that serves the Midwestern county of Brookfield. Brookfield currently has a population of 85,000 people, and the city of Dayton accounting for 3/4 of the population. The rest of the county is comprised of rural communities covering wide geographic areas. The majority of people in this county are considered blue-collar, working on farms within the government, city, healthcare, or state jobs. In 1997, a donation was made to help promote health and wellness in the community, and so in 1998, HCB was established. However, it was not until 2008 that the company started having direction, focus, and financial accountability. Over the past 11 years, a lot of programs have been offered. The first 4 that you see were actually discontinued because of grant and county funding. However, all the others are offered today. The 3 that are in green, prenatal and newborn care, smoking cessation programs, and immunization services, are all under a county public health contract, which is important to know for the following slide. This slide talks about the environmental factors that HCB currently faces, and they are broken down into community expectations, community relations, economic forces, and political environment. The community expectations are overall pretty positive. HCB is viewed as a do-good organization with a hard-working and dedicated staff and board of directors. However, it is concerning that many people still believe that we are a part of the Visiting Nurse Agency, or VNA. This has not been the case for 21 years and causes a lot of confusion with the programs that we offer. Moving on to community relations, we are overall well off with the community. There are a few exceptions. Primary care physicians feel as though there are adequate number of services offered throughout the county and don't see a need for primary care to women and the mobile health services. Law enforcement also questions the strategies of the violence prevention program. Local hospitals are unclear about the services offered to older adults upon being discharged from the hospital. And local farmers are frustrated with the extensive well water testing program because it encourages them to invest in expensive equipment. There's also a lot of economic backlash because officials are starting to get frustrated by the increase in funding we demand. Politically speaking, we are going to lose a contract for the 3 programs, immunization services, a smoking cessation program, and prenatal newborn care, because we did not meet certain requirements for the local county health department. This goes nicely into the situation analysis that I have made. Like I mentioned in the last slide, we have a lot of strengths. We have been a part of the community for a long time. We serve all areas of the community. We have a large staff, and having myself as a new executive director. This would lead to a lot of opportunities, like being viewed as an organization that does good for the community, being recognized as a good place to work, having a staff and employees that are viewed as hardworking, dedicated, and knowledgeable, and having a large population to serve. However, the weaknesses are also laid out, and that makes for a lot of threats for Healthy Community Brookfield. Some of our weaknesses are not having a strategic plan until 2008, having a very broad mission statement, all of our services being contingent on grant funding for many programs that are ending soon, having employment that is unstable because of funding, and having medical personnel view as the most important part of staff and all others being viewed as support staff. This leads to threats like a lot of different programs in the organization are leading a perception of being a ship without any sails. There is confusion on what the organization is and what it does, and then all the areas in the community that are seen as a problem, like with law enforcement and county officials. Because of this, a big project of mine has been to redefine who HCB is and what the goals are for this organization. I started by outlining new mission and vision statements. The old ones were long and kind of boring. I forgot what I had read before finishing the statement. The vision statement also did not really lead to an endpoint. The new mission statement now says, as a nonprofit organization, Healthy Community Brookfield aspires to improve the health of the community through looking at each individual and by offering services to all. This is a short and strong message that will help guide HCB. The vision statement states, equal health and wellness to all of Brookfield County. Again, short, sweet, strong. The vision and mission statement guided me to a 5-year strategic plan. The first thing HCB needs to do is to change the public perception of who HCB is and what it does. The most important thing, however, is HCB needs to secure long-term funding so that there's better job security over the next 5 years, I also would like to see better data tracking from all the programs and everything done within the company. The last change I would like to see happen over the next 5 years is to start working more with the community and less as a separate organization. So let's do this. Because we're a team, we need to take action, and we are focused. And that's how we can do these 5 things. A big part of it is going to be to track everything. By tracking all of our programs, HCB can find where there are gaps and overlaps in services and allow for everyone in the organization to see what programs the community likes and what programs are not helping at all. This will also help us work more with the community instead of just coming up with new programs. This will also allow for funding to open up for us to start new programs. I've also sat down with the Public Relations Department and strategized on how to help with the public perception. The head of the Public Relations Department has advised a press conference to introduce myself as the new executive director and convey what the company does. It would be very similar to how I started this presentation, giving the history, what we do, and the programs HCB offers. The head of Public Relations has also suggested going and talking with areas of the community that question some of the programs. Members of the public relations team would be going into each hospital and talking with them about the program that does case management discharge program to get any questions and confusion out of the way. They would also be going into clinics and to see law enforcement and getting clarification on why they don't feel like the programs are necessary, and hopefully working with them on how they could be necessary or working with them on the programs that they already feel exist. The hardest part of this action plan is going to be to secure long-term funding. I have talked with the local county health department about the funding that was going to be cut, and as long as we quickly meet the guidelines, we are going to be able to keep that funding. This has made me start looking into more state and federal funding. If we are able to have funding for as long as we can meet the certain guidelines, the funding should be able to be secured. The managers of each department have also started working on all of their budgets for the next financial year. And after talking with the CFO, most of them have been down from last year, which is going to be helpful too. The biggest change is going to be starting to do fundraisers every quarter to have backup funds in case we do end up losing some type of funding. This is going to fall on the Public Relations Department and to the Deputy Director. Fundraising will start in the spring of next year so that we will have plenty of time to start planning. We will also anticipate that the first year will not be very profitable, but more people will start spreading the word, so each year will be better than the last. As I mentioned earlier, this will not be possible unless we track everything. We're not going to be able to see what works and what doesn't unless we have proof. We must acknowledge everything that Healthy Community Brookfield does as an organization. I would like to thank everyone for coming again. Healthy Community Brookfield is a great organization, and that is not a secret. I would love to see the Board of Directors help to secure additional funding, and hopefully be the sails that we need to keep the ship sailing in the right direction. This can be done by positive morale, critique when needed, and having an open line of communication with Healthy Community Brookfield. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions, please let me know.